Oh man, oh man, I didn't even do my hair. That's crazy. Oh great, oh great, that's crazy. I didn't even do my hair. It's a morning stream. Wait, is it even public? Okay, it's public. Hold on. I don't even have the freaking. I don't even have the freaking. Shoot. Ugh. That was not great. That was not great. Oh well. No one's here. No one's gonna watch the playback. Oh well. Oh well. What am I doing now? Okay, live comic illustrations. Let me check the thing. What morning? Morning comic illustration. I'm probably gonna still gonna do this for about an hour. It was later than I expected because I was making the thumbnail, and I was just trying to figure out what thumbnail should I do. But hey. Doing the same thing as I ever do. I don't really have anything to work on, fortunately. Yeah, I don't really have much to work on. So, what I'm gonna do. But I keep working on this. I'm honestly, I'm honestly done with this page. It feels well. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Man, it's so dusty. I just changed my floor library because like as I was like I want to do more. Whatchamacallit? Uh, face cams in this at this angle. However, you could see this thing right here, my whole desk, and what I really hate is that I keep putting stuff on my desk right here. So I think I'm just gonna make it a some sort of a. I don't want to call it a shrine, but I want to put things that are more important to me than garbage on here. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll buy something that like elevates all the books that I have. So instead of this being like a placeholder for garbage, it'll be a placeholder for things that I actually think it's cool, like books and such like my the books that I'm reading, or if I want to have a quick what's the word? I want to have a quick library to take inspiration from. I can just do that. Being okay, so this is being annoying. Can I access it now? Okay, cool. Oh wait, yeah, my shortcuts aren't working yet. It's so funny because last night I was doing a night stream and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again because it wasn't the because I'm more of a output driven type of guy. And when I was younger, if there was nobody looking at it, I wouldn't do it. But as I was just talking, forcing myself to speak and such, I kind of realized that this is more of a game of patience. I always knew that was a game of patience, but trying to find the right words to describe it. It was more of hmm, an audience. Like if depending on like who I attract, I'll keep doing it. And what I didn't like is that I just kept attracting younger people. Like yeah, like when I say younger people, just like kids, people who probably just not old enough to be on YouTube. And I thought, and like I would watch live streams, but the people that I watch live streams of, they are around my age. They are kind of more edgy, not YouTube safe. Like kind of like the best years. It reminds me of the best years of YouTube before all the corporate weirdness. Before everybody, before people thought knew that they could make a real buck off of YouTube, and it just kind of sucks. Everything. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta lower the bit rate. I have to lower the bit rate to what? 25K? 2500? Hundo. All right, that's not a bad idea. Let me try that. It's a crash course. Where would I change the bit rate? Oh yeah, that okay. Oh, I can change it like right now. Apply. Does that change anything? Oh, I changed the bit rate to 25, but it seems like I'm still outputting 6. Huh. Maybe I need to restart it. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Is it? How's it going? How's the stream going? Still live. Okay, cool. Everything's fine. Everything's good. All right. Now, let's get back to where I was, what I was doing last time. And what I was doing last time was adding the dirt and the scuff on these characters because oh my gosh, dude, adding the dirt and scuff on these characters because I just got in through some dirty places. See if I can add that. Okay, cool. Kind of makes me think about like why. Every time I work on this, I think about like why am I doing this? You know, I kind of want to. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, kind of, is try to make the dirt, make them look dirty with the same brush to imply filth without it getting mixed up with everything else. That's if I just have this pattern. I think this pattern's fine, actually. Now that I think about it, see if I can try to get the dirt off their eye, like not in their eye. I want to see if I can add like a smell, like something like a cloud of stink around them, like musk or something. Just like dirt. You know, it's. I think it's gonna be a difficult thing to imply that because the characters don't really acknowledge like that they smell bad. That's just another thing that I'm learning on the spot of how to imply without drawing attention to it, you know? And I gotta go back to do this, to retroactively do this to other panels too. It's kind of unfortunate, but something that I I have to do for the full image, for the fullness of the continuity, I suppose. Let's see. Am I even in the? Am I even looking at the image? It's a good. Hmm. Good enough, I suppose. Right. Okay, so here's the thing that I just noticed that I am kind of fearful of a little bit. Is it getting muddy, or just like what's the word? Making if it's not easy to read visually. So what I think about what I'm gonna do is like when there are highlights, I'll show less dirt there. But in the midtones or in the shadows, I'm going to represent the dirt and grime a little bit more. Seems like a plan. Also, a very crazy thing that I'm just doing this because I still plan on doing a live stream later today. But yeah, I still don't really have that much to do still. Not only that, sorry. Yeah, not only that. I don't know why I don't know. I just have like I just feel propelled to just work on this again. I think it's also because of when I just look at the my ads on Pinterest and just seeing how just not well it's going on. I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to try to find something else to do. You know what I mean? Because if I just don't do anything, I'll just rot. Like there, like rot just feels like an apt term because there's really nothing. I really feel like there's nothing for me on this earth because every even the leaders they don't have anything to offer. I kind of don't have a good mode of transportation. And even if I did, I just don't feel like it's worth it because I'm not convinced that the world has anything for me. You know what I mean? Like even traveling to different places, it's like why? What's even the point? I don't really care. I don't really have a community per se. The people that I want to I don't even want to have a community around. Like nothing there's no feeling of momentum And like I can't really explain this to anybody else because nobody. I can only explain it to like the void, and I can't really talk about it with anybody else because people just don't get it. It's a weird it's a weird line of and that kind of sounds like depression, or if someone gives you a solution, it's like no, they're it's like when like I have these problems and I don't think a solution is a I don't think and there is an easy solution to it. I don't think going outside and touching grass is an easy solution because going outside and touching grass, to me, I filter that through it's a distraction with something that's more societally wrong. I'm saying that there is something deeply wrong with the society and in its foundation. Um, that to the point that going outside isn't going to solve it. You know what I mean? Because like I'm good with people. I just don't think being around people will solve these issues. I'm good with I'm good with a lot of things. But and I think it's because I know that I'm good with it and I still don't do it. It's an it's an example of yeah, like it's a lot of things just don't feel like it's worth it. You know what I mean? I think it's also because and I think that's why when people say like, "Yeah, I kind of want to kill myself," I'm like, "Oh yeah, true." It's like I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I get it." Like this, like the world right now, it's not really, uh, pro. It's pretty anti-life. I want to say it's not pro-life, but that phrase is so synonymous with like abortion political stuff. So I guess I'll say like it's so anti-life. Society right now is so anti-life, and when you decide not to surround yourself with distractions, you kind of realize how much it sucks. Really, like it's not really as much as I want to believe in the Disney Channel narrative of it starts with you. No, we like no. We have leaders for a reason, and it sucks how the society is or the system is that you really don't get that. Also, I just yeah, you kind of just don't get that. But hey, 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 hey. Okay, so this is a pretty good thing. I think that this is why I don't stream. I don't really do this kind of stuff by myself because when I'm by myself, I have a lot of these thoughts, like these kind of depressing thoughts, or I say, how I say it. I don't know why I say it with a smile on my face, but or I laugh. I think it's because of the absurdity of it. It's hard for me to, and I don't want to sound like a guy that says it's literally over. It's not worth it. Kill yourself now. Honestly, yeah. Honestly, when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to people being depressed or suicidal, it's that is the most understandable feeling in the world to me. Because and I think it's pretty much a an amalgamation of me showing my talent to people and everybody saying that this is really good and then being met this is really good and there's no real follow up. There's no real action towards wanting to elevate what is actually like the people, the talented people in society. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Like a lot of things are like very, very interesting. I kind of lost my train of thought when it comes to that. It's let's see. I guess because he's been hosing them down. Yeah, I was reading some of the dialogue. I was just reading it, and it just sounds like something my dad would say. I don't know. Yeah, there was like a line over here. Did I accidentally delete it? Yeah, I think I accidentally did. Man, can't have nothing. Okay, let's see. Uh, 22 minutes. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Let's see. What I'm thinking about doing. I kind of want to add a gradient over here, but I'm like, it's kind of unnecessary. Kind of unnecessary to add a gradient for something like that. It kind of reminds me of when I was like showing my mom the comics that I like, these comics that I made, and she would see a character and she asked, "Oh, is that supposed to be this guy?" You know, I it's kind of funny how I got irrationally mad, irrationally mad when I hear when I hear people ask if if a character is supposed to be some other person that I know, and I think I did that once, and I was like, no, I'm never going to. I'm never. Well, first things first. I'm never going to do that because I know I've been around the internet for long enough to just not. That's just not a good idea. Because character, like, I would never, not never, like now I would never do that. I would never make a character out of somebody that I know. You know what I'm saying? Because characters are not supposed to be real. They are never supposed to be real. And people that I know, they are. And I it's kind of funny to me when I would see people just go ham, go crazy about actually no. Actually no, I wouldn't say that. Um yeah, people like even though they're not real, these are I would rather make characters just inspired by people that I know. I wouldn't make them look like them at all, but personality wise, I would rather like have characters personality like reflect people that I know in personality rather than in appearance, because people resonate with I'm people resonate with personalities as well as like characters just looking like them in some way, right? And I don't like having the idea of having a real person characterized in a story where they are no longer like they are flanderized, they're bastardized. The essence of that character is blown out of proportion, and we already do that with real people, right? When it comes to when it comes to the news, when it comes to sensationalizing and tabloidizing, yes, just as tabloidizing, just sensationalizing events and just people's and their opinions to a in a proportion where it just doesn't even sound like a real person anymore, right? And I'd rather keep real people real and fake people fake. Like any figure that you know on the, I won't even say any figure that you know on the internet. It's like it goes into the realm of gossip as well, because I remember it being gossiped on or gossiped about to a proportion where it just didn't even sound like I was a real person anymore. I just sounded like from like a third party talking to me about people gossiping about me. It just didn't sound like it was me anymore. It just sounded like a caricature. You know what I mean? Like we already do that with real people, so I'd rather just keep fake people fake. Like characters. Now let's see. I think I might retro. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do next is retroactively add grime to these characters. Some of these characters. So what is this? 566. Let's open up. Man, this has been taking a long time. And it really has to be because of, am I missing something? Yeah, the dad used to be, the heck? Yeah, the dad. Huh? Guess he's not there anymore. That's wild. Did I not? Oh yeah, I have. Okay, I didn't even have that. Guess I'll just steal this one. I'll just steal this drawing, this silhouette. Put it over here. Constant reuse. Gotta love it. Put it over here. Well, yeah, that's another thought that came on my mind. It's just a repeat of people saying that this is good, this is great, but there's no real utilitarian use when it comes to stuff like this. The only reason it's like the only way artists get paid is when they are not to prove themselves, or not when they're trying to prove themselves, or not when they're trying to like make anything for themselves, or it's always through the patronage of the wealthy. And it's always kind of been that way. Even the unless the ultra uber rare uh, exceptions, like selling books. I guess that's why I thought that making comics would be a pretty sizable idea, a pretty good idea, because hey, if you have people selling thousands of books, then what's stopping me from making selling the thousands of copies? And that, I guess the thing that was keeping me from doing that is an audience, is tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, knowing who I am or watching my videos or interacting with me. And the hardest thing is the interaction because I only want to do this. I only want to do I only want to create. And I think a reasonable thing. Yeah, I think this is done more or less. I'm trying to think about like what can I work on with this one, but I'm like, oh yeah, I think this is just finished. This is a finished double page. It looks fine. It legit looks fine. Let's see what the next page looks like. Because this one, all it really needs is some sound effects and some speech bubbles. Oh, this is cool. Oh wow, it's here already. Hmm. Hmm. That's pretty cool. I think after okay, yeah. Let me check 5960. This is also why I want to do this. It's like kicking. I'm also just kicking the can down the road. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 10. Okay. Like after this, I can probably work on. Ooh, okay. You know what? This is kind of a good reason why to just keep doing this because I am literally just kicking the can down the road. And as you constantly kick that can, you find yourself closer and closer to the goal, your end goal. Every step, every kick. One, two, three. Okay, so it chapter three. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. Like eight, not even eight. 6. It's two, 2, 4, 6. It's not even a lot, really. It's just 6 pages. And that was I remember that was the flow that I would usually follow. Yeah, that was the flow that I would usually follow. It was like 6 to 8 pages, 6 to 8 pages, 10 pages, and I wouldn't go beyond that because the more that I would work on it, the longer that I would work on something like this, the longer it would be like. Hold on. Yeah, the longer that I would work on something like this, I'll have like a different layer to do this, so it won't. So it'll be easier because this is just a filter, more or less. Because yeah, anyway, the longer that I would work on something, the less energy and the more like tiresome it would feel. I would feel working on it. Okay, let me just add the grime texture. I want him to look dirty. I add the outside the outside smell. I want the grime to make it look like they smell like outside. shoes in the bed is diabolical. Okay. A small detail uh, that I've like I don't know. This gives me the memory of I remember somebody asking me, "Do you even read the what you make?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I read what I make." Because every time I go back to it, I make some sort of change because I look at it with a fresh new pair of eyes. And this is like another example of looking at something with a fresh new pair of eyes. Even though like I haven't worked on this in like a year or something. Because I was trying to figure out how to make this work, but it's not working. It's really easy. Like this is like the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in my life. But like I keep doing it because like I just have like this weird feeling ever since I was a kid where I do this because nothing else matters to me. Like I don't care about anything else. And I guess throughout my entire life, when I would express that I wouldn't care about anything, I get replies like, "Yo, that's too bad." It's like, "Well, you better start caring." And I'm like, "Well, no. What happens if I still don't?" When I was a kid, I would just get the belt, but as an adult, it's like what I become homeless. I commit crimes to go to jail to have like free meals, be around people that are probably gonna give me issues. Wow, that kind of wow, and I get less freedoms. Like what even is freedom anyway? It means more. It means more to other people. Some people more than others. It sounds like a bad idea. It sounds bad, or is it really? But you kind of don't really think about what do people actually want in their independent life. What do people want out? What do people want out of life, right? And like if being comfortable isn't what I want out of life, then why? What even is the reason to live? It goes down to a very base philosophical understanding of survival. Of survival, because we're basically in a decadent time period in our lives, in society, really, where you kind of don't have to care about your existence of living, existence to live. Like I'm more than willing to like provide value, but people don't know how to. But people just equally they don't. This feels this value right here. It feels good, but they're not going to do anything for it because the culture is pretty much hijacked by algorithms, and those algorithms are hijacked by people making clips, and those clips are hijacked by um, companies with millions of dollars forcing their clips onto people who don't even look for it. It just shows up on their feed because they can't really get away from it. And that's just kind of the unfortunate reality of things right now. Pretty unfortunate. Pretty unfortunate. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna keep doing the grime, and then I'm gonna have to look at the what was it? I'm gonna have to look at the script so I can add it. It really sucks how I can't make the marks bigger without it dying, absolutely dying. I'm gonna try to stream again on like tonight, maybe yeah, on the same time, at the same time as last time, like 9 or something. Oh, not 9, but like 6, 6 to 10. So I just wanted to. I'm still in the testing phase. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do this. I'm just not gonna do the lines. Or maybe I should because it's really kind of important, sort of, and it adds context to why the father is like spraying his kids side of the house like they're prisoners. Here we go. And besides, I'm pretty sure people find my other series way more compelling, like Just a Reaper, Purgatory Academy, or Mare Island. There we go. Just gotta try to erase some of that muck. No, yeah, I get why people don't like wouldn't want to watch. Well, I probably wouldn't want to watch something like this in the morning because I'm like the most like one of the most depressing things on stream, like on the internet. It feels like, and like my kind of like depression in a way. It's it feels very unique in the sense of I I do have skill, I do have talent. It's just that it kind of means nothing unless I have patrons. It means nothing. Like I can write, I can draw, I can tell a story. Kind of means nothing. It's like that's like a constant reminder when I do stuff like this. Like, yeah, you're good, but it's kind of useless. I might as well be like very good at juggling. I might as well be, good at speedrunning Super Mario 64. It feels like I get that kind of reaction every time I explain that, or I show people like what I'm able to do, or my interest, or how much I know about theory of storytelling and all these other things that I like. But it is what it is. It is what it is. What time is it? Pretty fine, pretty fine. I think what I should do next time I stream, I should probably have like a lobby going. I should honestly have a lobby going for the first like 30 minutes so I can get people on. I think that's what I kind of understand. That's what I'm picking up a little bit is as soon as I start, like it's completely nothing for like 30 minutes or an hour or whatever. And then I actually do it. And then like I think it's the algorithm trying to find the right people to show it to. Let's see, one, two, three. All right. Let's see if I can try to find it. Let's see if I can try to find it. I wonder if it's still in my documents, my Google Docs. If I can still find it in my Google Docs, it'll great. But yeah, I remember looking at a video earlier, like last night, about how everything in streaming is a lie. Like the reason why like everybody in streaming isn't because you like their content. It's because they are constantly clipped. There's like it's a campaign. It's a clipping campaign by Stake and Kick to hijack your attention. I'm like, oh wow, literally nobody. It's the internet's not for anybody anymore. The internet is if you're the, the internet is the biggest farm, and we are the cattle. It is so unfortunate, so unfortunate. Attention is the new currency. Let me open up Google Docs so I can find the script. Let's see. And one thing that's kind of interesting is are all of the oh my gosh. I remember I I read an entire script. I'm looking at my Google Docs and I just realized I read like a 2-page script of me reviewing Mickey 17 because I was watching it on a plane and I had nobody to rant to. I had nobody to rant to because I was literally on a plane. I didn't have any Wi-Fi, so so I written a review for myself. Hey, Lamai, going on? Welcome to the stream. True, it's hard to get traction. Yeah, I remember I was on a live stream and I was telling this one guy, this guy he had thousands of people. He would get thousands of people on YouTube streams, and every time he would try to like get those people onto his kick stream, he noticed that the conversion is not great. It's always hard. And I told him like, yeah, it's this migrating the audience is the second like difficult thing. Um, next to gaining an audience. He was like, no, gaining an audience is easy. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's easy for you to say because your niche is politics. And like politics has been the most inflated niche on the internet for some reason. I think ever since 2016. Like ever since everybody got into politics, it really sucks. It really sucks. But I think mostly because I don't know what the end goal is. Because I've been getting a lot of noticing content on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, it's really interesting of how a group of people have taken over the government under everyone's noses, pun not intended. Yet now that we know what now, like what's next, really, it reminds me of seeing other online content where people want to talk about the news or whatever, and all they show is crime, like a compilation of crime, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is unfortunate, and seeing all these criminals, they go walk free, and I'm thinking, all right, now that we know about it, what now? What are we gonna do now? And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, and it just feels like misery porn at the end of the day. The reason why I don't like watching a lot of I mean I still watch it as like background noise, but I don't like it because it is just misery porn at the end of the day. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I was like looking I'm scrolling through the the script. I'm looking through the script. I can't believe I didn't put lay down the script yet. Oh yeah. Last I'm really proud. I'm really proud of this panel right here. I'm really proud of this panel. Let me boost up the background. There we go. Or reading news articles and reacting to videos. Yeah, it's really yeah, like that kind of content. I don't really know what the end goal is. Like, are we? It's like you're just. I keep looking back because I'm like, I'm so glad I got this. I'm so glad I got this Rango art book because I think this art book costs like $200 now, and I got it for like 40. But anyway, um, no, anyway, I just hate listening to political stuff because I'm asking. I see all these problems. Everybody keeps talking about the problems. I'm like, what are real solutions, right? Are we just going to vote people in? Or are we just gonna wait until we get the right politicians that's not gonna screw us over? Or what's next? Cause what's next? Let's see. Where was this? No, da 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 da. Okay, yeah, I remember. I keep giggling to myself every time I read the dad's lines because it's like, wow, he is just he is just a black dad. Man. Man. Lamai, like I said earlier in the stream that I just hate when I show somebody I know like the comics that I make and like their first question is this character supposed to be this person you know? I usually get so I get heated every time someone asks me a question like that because it really feels uncreative. Because I guess it's like a roundabout way of saying, "Oh, you're not as creative as you think you are." It's like, or like or it's like saying that I'm not telling a story with actual characters. I'm just playing doll. I'm just playing dollhouse with people that I know. But I don't I know that it's not intentional. You know what's crazy? I keep getting. I'm looking at Pinterest, my Pinterest ads, and people keep clicking on Metal Hero. I get a lot of people clicking on Metal Hero, and after they look at it, they just stop. They leave, and I'm like, why are you leaving? It's free. Download the stupid. Download the stupid PDF. Give me your email now. But I don't know. Maybe I'm not finding the magic words. Maybe I'm not speaking the language of copy well enough, or maybe I just don't understand the language of copy well enough. Because I was looking at different copywriting books, and the one advice they keep saying is learn copy, and I'm like, how am I supposed to learn copy? You know what I mean? Like, where am I supposed to go to learn copy? I got like some magazines over here, but I'm sorry. Hold up, I see another book that I want to like low key put on display. What I've got to do, I want to invest. Hold up, can you hear me? Yeah. What I want to do, I want to invest in a in like something along the lines of a. It goes in proud of having proud of owning rank. But anyway, what I want, right? I forgot what I was talking about. I like this book. I like that book. Movie storyboards. My mom bought that book for me from like the dollar store, I guess. And I just have like a. There's just my Xbox 360 over here. It's been unplugged, but yeah. I yeah. What was I talking about? Oh wow. Oh wow. Yeah, I think next time, well, tonight when I go live again, I think I'm gonna have like a. I'm gonna set up a lobby. I feel like I should be a little bit more in the frame right here. Let's just scoot up over here. I should be. I should have a lobby and set up like an hour or two before I actually stream, because usually when I stream it's like starting now. Starting now. Oh yeah, I remember what I was talking about. It was Pinterest. I guess I said my point of people clicking on the ads and they just don't do anything. They just look a little bit at the landing page. They see that it says download for free. Now they don't download it for free, and I'm thinking, what is going on? It's difficult. Learning copy is difficult. And when I try to learn different copy, I don't even know. It's more like trying to understand like what they're saying, right? I didn't even do anything to my hair. It looks so out of whack. It looks so whacked. But anyway, I didn't even shape up my hair a little bit. But anyway, it's a morning stream. It's a morning stream. I'll do my hair after, like when it's in the PM, not in the AM. Anyway, it's I'm trying to. It tells me to look at the copy, look at other people's copy, and you know what's crazy? When it comes to books or comics, people don't even think about copy. You know what I mean? People just put their things on Amazon and they pray that it sells gangbusters. And the only way that I know how to learn the language of copy from other people, from other copywriters, are online ads. Well, the best way I can learn is through looking at online ads. But I gotta turn on ads. I don't want to look at. I don't want to look at ads, but I kind of have to learn to get better. Like there is no magic There are no magic abracadabra words to get people to do what you want them to do. It's all about from the theory of books that I've been reading, listening to. They say it's mostly about what the intention of what you're saying, what are the intentions of like the words that you're saying to get people to do what you want them to do. And when I try to apply, when I think I'm learning and I try to apply it and it just not works, I get so upset. I get so frustrated. I hate the word frustrated because it just takes me back to the time of being a child. And I'm like, no, I'm not frustrated. Only kids get frustrated, you know? But it is frustrating. Yeah, frustration just sounds like such a patronizing word to me. But it feels like it's not worth. No, it feels like my efforts aren't worth it. Or I wouldn't say not worth it, but it's not enough. It constantly feels like what I do isn't enough. And that's what I hate. That's what I absolutely hate. Feeling like whatever I do, it just isn't enough. Like in school, you know when something is enough because you're graded, right? But you're graded and you know the answers are right in front of you. All you got to do is just remember it. Find a way to remember. You know what I mean? But with this, it's there's no real answer. It's only result. There is no answer. Only result. and and that's annoying. That that is the frustrating thing. That is what keeps people out of this space of trying to sell their art. And I'm like, man, scam artists have it good. Being scammers have it really good. They have the idea of copy down pat so well because they understand. Ah shoot, I shouldn't have done. It. Sucks. Scammers have the idea of copy down so well because they understand people's desires. They understand the right words to get people to act, and then they profit. Man, tilting the text, it just freezes Clip Studio. Unfortunately, I'm trying to remember. I remember that I remember that it a saves more or less. Not saves, but that it makes the text disappear. That's one thing I kind of don't like about there not being a native Clip Studio app for Linux. It I would feel guilt. Yeah, yeah, that is the thing. Feeling guilt is the thing. Like I feel like I gotta hit up scammers and say, hey, how do I sell this? How do I sell this book? And then if I got into the mind of a scammer, they're like, okay, so what's the play? And I'm like, there is no play. I like here's the play. I have a book and I'm trying to make money like from this book. And if I in my mind of a scammer, they'd be like, no, nobody wants your book. They want some they want to know what that book will give them. The only reason why people would want something would be if it's already valuable. So unless and you can say that it is valuable. There are ways to prove that it's valuable. You can say that it's valuable because an amount of people already read it. People say that's great. It changes their lives. It'll teach people how to fly. You know what I mean? It'll get them rich. It'll bring them out of a situation that they are already in. That's my mind of a scammer, right? So unless your digital product can tell people how it can change their lives by reading it, nobody's going to want it, right? Unless you know. Wait, hold on. Let me cook. Let me cook real quick. I'm thinking right now. Unless you know how this book, your story that you're telling right now, will change the lives of people who buy it, not even read it, who buys it, who obtains it. They're not even gonna read it. Who obtains it? The the absolute the sheer possession of this object. They gotta feel like the possession of this object will be enough to change their lives. Interesting. So that would be it. Like unless I can convey that they're going to get a life changing experience, or they're going to miss out, uh, or like everybody's on the loop, or they're gonna, or if they know. Wait, why is this here? Oh, oh, this is my fault. Unless they're going to miss out on something, or they want to the ownership of this thing is going to get them up over on somebody else. They're not going to want it. It's going to be like it's going to sound like charity. That's what I would say if I was a scammer. Hmm. Thinking emoji. Thinking emoji. So let's say if I were to scam people to download or buy Metal Hero, like the whole play is like this PDF will change this PDF will change how you see relationships. This PDF will fundamentally shift your perception of family dynamics. That's like the clickbait. For free, this book will change your brain chemistry on how you can change your family dynamics and and learn how to speak with your siblings. and learn, you will unlock the hidden mystery of sibling communication. That's what it would sound like. Where's my thing? Man, I might have to write that down. Where's my things? Oh wait, it's on the floor. Everything important to me is on the floor. Uh, because I always know where the floor is at. Now where's my pen? I want a pen, dude. What's a writer without a pen? Pencils. But I want to. Oh, here's a pen. Oh, and it's dried out. Awesome. Let me just. Dude, it's so over. How do you undry out a pen? How do you wet up a pen? Do you like dip it in alcohol or something? Do you like dip it in water? Dip it in alcohol? Do you just scribble on stuff until it breaks? Like how do you do that? Heat up the tip. How do I heat up the tip? Oh, I guess just the friction. Cause that's how like the friction. So do I get like a lighter or something? Is that how it works? Come on, come on, come on. I am decimating. That's a side project. That's a side project. Okay. All right, all right, all right. This. No, I like a pen. My gosh. I only draw with pencil. I only use pencils to draw. Pens are for writing. They're bold. Dude, I'm going to crash out. I need to be sponsored by like a pen company. So I can have a lifetime supply of pens so I don't have to uh constantly look for dried out ones. This blows. Hold on. I find one. Okay. Ugh. Huh, maybe this will work. Yep, okay. This book will change how you fun. Ah, I ran out of ink. Ugh. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with pencil. I hate it. It blows. This blows. Okay, so this book. Shoot! My pet. The lead will fundamentally change how you you relationships. Did I say something like that? It's like this book. This book will change your brain chemistry. Uh, Actually, I'll do like this. This book will, yeah, change. I should probably do this on stream. It might be more interesting on stream, right? If I just add another. I'm, I'm looking for ways to write, and I'm like, where's the pen? Well, I just have this whole writing thing. So if I say something like, yo, check it. Like this book will I like this is like this setup, and I'm just trying to find like the slam dunk of it, right? Change your brain chemistry. Not bad, but it's too wordy, right? This book will. Mm, I want the idea of they're gonna get like secret access. They're gonna get like are going to learn something, right? They're going to discover uh, how to talk, how to talk, like how to communicate, how to talk better. Let me finish my ideas. I gotta finish my idea. Teach you how to communicate like a master. You get the idea, right? It's just taking a mountain out of a molehill, like making a mountain out of a molehill. So I'm like thinking, what will people gain? What superpower will they unlock? How will this unlock their chakras, like its avatar or something? And they're like, I have to get this now. Interesting. Interesting, right? Because nobody wants to read. Nobody wants to read about other people's troubles. Everybody wants to know like how other people's troubles will benefit them. The only people that can only people that can make it work of telling synopses are people who already have an audience. People who already have, yeah, an audience that will just care about whatever they have to say. So when it comes to people in my position, I gotta have to trick them. I gotta have to trick them into believing that I have the secret sauce. That they won't get this information from anywhere else. Life changing information from anywhere else. And I think that's my advantage, right? Is being tapped in to something like this. And most likely, if it's gonna be like everything else that I've tried, it's not going to work because everything that I tried isn't gonna work. But I really gotta I gotta tap into my inner scammer, my, my, and say this book is going to be the best book that you'll ever read. Like I gotta be a con man. I gotta sell confidence. And I think that's why I can't. That's another reason why I don't feel like I can be around other artists. Is that they're not comfortable thinking like that. Artists are too sensitive. They care too much about art for the sake of it, but they don't want to see it as a product because people only communicate with this. You have to be on a certain level of like social standing to have what you make be perceived as art. If you're not perceived as an artist, you are a content creator, and everyone's a content. Like your parents are content creators. Like some Joe Schmo who creates a tweet talking about eating eggs on a Sunday morning. That guy's a content creator. Like the Mona Lisa, the internet has made Mona Lisas be as significant as a grain of sand. It's a pebble, right? And I'm not even at the. I don't think I'm at a stage of audience building anymore. I think audience building is dead, unfortunately, in terms of what I'm trying to do. Because I'm doing this because I don't care. I'm doing this literally because I don't care about anything else. Like if I got picked up by Paramount, oh shoot, if I got picked up by Paramount or Netflix or whatever, I wouldn't be doing this because I like at the end of the day, I want to tell stories and I want to do that for a living. But I can't do that for a living because everything is the whole industry is burning and it's closed knit, and they're not gonna let anybody in unless I get connections. I have connections. And if I don't have connections, then I just gotta have to, you know, get people to watch. And honestly, for real, honestly, people, I think people on YouTube, like YouTubers, who make thumbnails and video titles and thumbnails and video titles, they get it because a thumbnail is just clickbait trying to get you to look on the video. And after you look on the video, hold up. Hold up. Okay. I just noticed something. The audio's off. Not the audio, but the thing is off. I delete with layer. So if I try to find a way to make the landing page feel like the header of the landing page to feel like a YouTube video title and say like you'll never going to believe what's inside this picture, this series, or it's in this book, right? That'll be interesting. Because right now, the way that I have my landing page, I talk too much about the series. I talk too much about the series, but I don't sell how this series will benefit the viewer. That's what I got. That has to be my mindset change. No. There we go. And I have to do that until I don't have to do that. I don't have to anymore. Until I have big wig companies like shilling millions of dollars in advertising, I don't have to do that anymore. So okay, so that's going to be my new perspective on this. My perspective on marketing. I was thinking about stopping, but I guess I'll just have the ads up one more time, like for one more day. Thinking about how I can create dialogue, create a landing page with that example. Now I'm saying, now I'm mean. Okay, let's see. Let me just copy and paste this. When did I start? How long am I going? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna like do the dialogue and the other thing right here. I think these kinds of I kind of like these. I'm getting to like these kinds of streams again because I used to wake up and then write in like my notepads like this. Like I wanted to do that every morning, but waking up and just doom scrolling on Twitter was way more interesting to me. It was way more interesting. I'm not gonna lie, it was way more interesting to me. And when I did this last night, I was way more introspective than I thought. what's happening. I was way more introspective than I thought I would be, and it's so weird. It kind of sucks that I'm doing this on the internet because, but and at the same time, it kind of doesn't matter because nobody cares about me. When you're a nobody on the internet, it is what it is. But not like anybody's going to. The only way that people are going, this is going to like probably go back and bite me on the butt, is is in the future if I make it. People are going to scroll. They're probably gonna get AI and just look through the whatchamacallit. Yeah, they gotta get AI and like scrub through the entirety of the transcript to see what I've been talking about. That's most likely gonna happen. How do I do this? How do I do this? Uh. Wait, can I cut a tail? Can I cut a balloon pen? Is that possible? I don't think I can cut it. Yeah. Nah. I don't think cutting a balloon pen is possible. I gotta have to make my own. Gotta have to make my own pen. Yeah, but it's kind of funny how I just keep coming back to working on something like this. You know, I just keep going back to like drawing the comics live. I don't like doing it. Well, I'm not saying I hate doing it off screen, but right now, it's like I gain more doing this on screen than off screen. What I mean, because if I'm off screen, A, it doesn't I don't get the benefits. I don't get any benefit for doing that. B, um mostly I just don't get the benefits for doing that. I thought there was gonna be a second thing. Do that. Maybe just the one thing is good enough. Maybe just because I don't get any benefits for not showing the process, good enough. So I get off the stream. I'm gonna see if I can change the landing page, the copy in the landing page. I think all I have to do is change the subheader. The title and the subheader, because that's all I feel like I need to get people to listen, get people to want to download. What in the world? Just there we go. Thank you. Let's see. Take that. Base. Actually, huh. I gotta change the facial expressions, like where she's looking at. Copy. Paste. It's kind of it's very difficult because I'm in a position where nobody can really help me. It really just feels like that. The more I ask for the help, the more it really feels like I'm alone because people's advice just aren't helpful. when I hear people's advice, it enforces that they really what I'm doing is alien. It is just alien. It's like something that they would never imagine doing in a million years. Like inventing a new language sounds more reasonable than it sounds more understandable than what I'm trying to do. That's what it feels like sometimes. So I just stopped asking for help. Oh wait, wait. I'm looking at the thing. Wait a second. One. Oh, okay. Okay. That's what's going on. Like sometimes I forget what's even happening here because I'm the reason why I'm like I have a little bit of dead air is I'm reading the script and I'm looking at the panels. I'm thinking what goes where? Why is a character have their mouth open when they're not speaking in the script? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I constantly forget how I do things because every time I go through work on a comic, it really feels like I am working with three different people. I basically am because it's like me on in different periods of time. I don't work on comics as like one continuous thing. Like it's like me from one time period works on this part, another time period works on another part, and so on and so forth. So when I go back to working on it, or I go back to working on something that I stopped, I'm like, what's happening? But I have enough breadcrumbs to know. Okay, yeah, this is supposed to happen here, and then I'm like, why did I make this decision? So I have so I have to make up for the decisions that I made in the past to make it work in the future. It is it's a weird workflow. It really does feel like I'm working with different people. And like everywhere, everything all at once. Yeah. I think this will probably look better. It's stretched out like this. I don't remember asking anyone's help in the first place. So real. Oh yeah, and I literally can't be around other. I really feel like I can't be around other comic artists anymore, or anybody in like a similar position, because I remember I was on Twitter and I found and Twitter showed me a guy. Here we go. Twitter showed me a guy that Matt, my writing partner, showed Just a Reaper to for advice, and his basically his advice was our comic was garbage because it didn't look professional. It didn't look quality, quote unquote quality. Think about his response was that he used the word quality without defining what it meant, and skip to a more recent time. I saw his tweet on my timeline, and I don't even follow him. And he was posting about a whatchamacallit. He posted his the amount of money that he earned after launching his new website within 7 days. And I was like, this is cringe. I'm like, this is cringe. I feel like showing your money is only it's only acceptable when it's when it's a crowdfunding thing, and B it's a financial report. Flexing your money just to say that you did it, it's low class behavior. Like I don't like when that happens or ever. Like I and it feels like if you it socially feels like if you don't congratulate people for making X amount of money, it sound my instinct is first and foremost is you're going to come off sounding like a hater. But it's not really coming from a sign of hate per se. It feels like they are more interested in the appearance of success than it just feels like they're more focused on the appearance of success other than anything. And that's interesting. That's unsettling to me. Because if I put myself in that position, I would like to think that I wouldn't do that. I like to think that I wouldn't like flaunt. Here's how much money I made in X amount of time, right? I feel like if I was in that position, I'd probably do a I would I would say like, hey, we several books sold, thank you, or like have like some art with that. I wouldn't show a graph. I would just show art. And the characters waving and be like, "Yeah, thank you. You're cool, awesome. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad we got through this milestone." But I don't know. Like it just felt so weird to me. It felt so off putting to me. This should be over here. This looks good. You look at this. Yeah, like after this double page spread, I think I'll be done with this segment of Metal Hero. I don't know what I'm gonna do because usually before I would just post it on the blog and say, "Hey, look at the blog." But I now I've learned that posting things on the blog isn't that great. Here's what I can do. Actually, after I finish this, right, I can post it on the blog, but I'll make a new blog post that only shows this segment. That shows this segment, and say, "Hey, if you want to know where it started, download download the PDF. Give me your email. Download the PDF. Do it now." That's what I kind of want to do. That sounds like a good idea. Because right now I want to at the very least I want to email Max. I want to email Max. Social media is dead, but that doesn't mean emails are. So that's my thing. But I don't know where. Well, I'll post it on a YouTube and Reddit actually. I haven't posted on Reddit in a while. I haven't posted on Reddit in a while. I guess I'll try to do that. Hmm. Let's see. I I really I wonder, dude. I gotta get a stand. I gotta buy stands actually. Like you guys don't even. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because I want to have like a. This is not a bad way to do it. I keep looking at this right. I want to. I'm not gonna flash the camera or anything. Right. I think it'd be cool to have like I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a guy thing, or I just don't want to put myself in the center frame, or at least if I had a different setup, I'd probably like have I would have like the what is it the apologist background where I would have a library. My backdrop would just be a library, a bookshelf. That's what I would do. I'd have like a bookshelf. Oh man, if I moved out and I had my own place, like that would be my setup. I would have a webcam looking facing towards me, and I would have a bookshelf with my collection of art books and just art books, philosophy books, and I don't think I would even collect manga. I'm not like that. Art. I would look at like art books, philosophy, um, a lot of a little bit of manga. I'm not like it. I don't like reading comics. I'll have like a little bit of comics right there. Comics, you know. I mean, I think manga would be like a very small facet of like comics and other manga would be like a very small facet of my library. My library would mostly be about theory and things outside of the medium that I can bring into the medium. And I would like read manga when it comes to execution. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be like I'm never reading books or anything. I'm not like or anything. Like I think it would be. I guess I'm more of a theory guy. I'm more of a structure guy. I'm more of a theory guy. I like that kind of stuff, and I like. And the thing that I like about comics is that I can. It's an easy way to bring all of that in. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let me add the. I've been working on this for a while. Okay, Mike. Wait, I think I can post. I think I can post. I don't have to post it on my blog because I'm thinking about like YouTube. right? And I can post 8 pages on YouTube. And once I get enough downloads, I think when I get enough downloads, then that's when I can start really focusing on other stuff. I had to like fix her chin and jawline. It looked a little bit too masculine. Let's change this. Okay, and also I can change her facial expression. To like a little bit, to like patronizing a bit. She is the older sibling. Is the older sister. Okay. Okay. Save. All right. I think this was a good. I think this was a pretty good stream. I gotta add the details about the shirt. Shirt. Fortunately, I can't believe I forgot that. Like shark shirt. I know in the future, I want to experiment with color. Like at first, I didn't want to do that because because of how intimidating it was. I think I got a pretty good understanding. At least in theory. All theory. It's all theory. Why aren't you merging? There we go. Dude, I was about to use a. I don't know if you're looking at this, but I was about to use a an AI generated thumbnail. I went on Grok and I was like, "Hey Grok, can you generate a YouTube thumbnail that would make people want to look at it, would make people want to click on it?" And Grok generated me a thumbnail, and I was like, "This is so disgusting." And you know the funny thing is, I think it would have worked, but it just looked so ugly. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here it is. It gave me this. I'm like, I looked at this and I was like, ew. I'm like, yeah, it's eye catching, but it's eye bleeding at the same time. I'm like, Catching this intense comic page. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I guess. I guess this is yeah, I was like, this is gross. I'm like, I look at this and I'm thinking, I am only going. This is only going to attract minors. This is only going to get like 5-year-olds clicking on this image, clicking on YouTube. This this looks like an unboxing video, like a child unboxing video. Child unboxing. That sounds morbid. It looks like a a toy unboxing video for like babies, for toddlers. You know the type of videos that parents give their iPad kids, that they give their iPad kids so they don't have to hear them talk for like an hour or so. This is this is wild. This is gross. And you know what? And you know what? I was so tempted of like trying it out. I was so tempted in like thinking, hmm, this is so ugly. It just might work. this is this is so gross. It just might work. Man. What do you think? What do you think, Lamai? Should I try it? Should I try it at least once? Because fan art will get you better clicks. What do you mean? I'm guessing you mean like if I was drawing fan art of like popular things, but you know me, I don't like doing that. Yeah, if I were to do like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Have you heard of Cozy Creative? What it that sounds like a YouTube sounds like a YouTube channel that I saw when I was looking up draw with me's. Oh, you mean the Cozy Creative? No, what's Cozy Creative? She is an indie book art author. Oh, I think I found her then. Writing, world building, practical, encouraging discussion in the creative life of vlogging, the cozy, simple day to day. I've been a professional novelist for 15 years. So what is it about this woman? Oh, she is an author. Shoot. Let me just. I gotta look at the rotation again. I forgot what I work on after Metal Hero. I mean, I could start again with Purgatory Academy. That's good. Yeah, I see her. Don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with that information. She is pretty open that her bestsellers are ones written for market. Those steamy romance books, all of her belo- all of her beloved story with her own fantasy world doesn't sell as well. Okay, I don't know what I'll gain from listening to her from like what I already know. Yeah, it's like I yeah, like I already know. It's like yeah, I already know that. It's like if you write for the market will write that. Will buy it. Will automatically understand what it is. Because the market will automatically understand what it is and you don't have to try as hard. But when it comes to something like I hate to say original, but if it has to come from something that is yeah, I hate to say like original, but if it comes for something a little bit high concept, like or low concept, or I forget what it's called. But if people have to try to understand what you're trying to say with it, they aren't going to care. But if you say like, "Hey, here's a steamy romance novel," you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I know what a steamy romance novel is." I don't like I know what a steamy romance novel is. I don't need to be sold on that. What I'm trying to do is find out is trying to hijack different language so I can sell whatever I want, books whatever I want, just by stealing the psychology of other projects of other products. I mean, so it can sell as well as a steamy romance like novel. That's why I mentioned con artist in the beginning of the video because when people give something that's original, they don't understand the inherent value. My theory is when you try to sell somebody something original, people don't understand the inherent value of that, of something that is original, an original story. If you're trying to write a steamy romance novel, everybody understands that there is no value to that. The only value you get from it is the value of eroticism. Like you don't have to sell people on that. They just get it. They just know. They know what they want. It's carnal, and you don't have to try. You don't have to try. So like if I made a so like if I made like a steamy what should we call it book for an audience, like yeah, it'll do well. I don't want to feed the market stuff that it does well. I get a job at that point. Like come on, let's be real. I get it. Like I would just get a job at that point. because I'm not doing something that's meaningful. 1, 2, like writing stuff. Like if someone told me like, "Hey, can you write that?" Like I'll only do that if there was a guaranteed bag, if there was guaranteed money, and I know what amount of money that I would get, and that so I can do the analysis of if it's worth uh putting my time and effort into it. But if it's not, then yeah, no, just I just get a job. Gross. But everybody has their own pinpoints. Everybody has their own. They have their own things that a they have their own breaking points. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, okay. Oh, I don't even have the sound effects here. Where's rip? I see a lot of I see a lot of systems, isekais, in lit RPG books. They want 2 chapters a week or binge read when it's 100 chapters. A lot of I just see a lot of systems, isekais, in lit RPG books. They want 2 chapters a week or binge read when it hits 100 chapters. Can you say that again? They, who's they? Is it their employers? Is it the audience? I don't know what's going on. Who are they? Them. Them. It's them. Oh, the audience. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Wait, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that information from? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I want to know what where you got that information from. Because I keep hearing people say you need to make more content, more content. People just want the content machine, and I'm thinking, eh, I don't know. I really don't know. Royal Road and web novel forums. Okay. So is that from like the audience? Not the audience, but like is that like the novelist saying that, or is it okay? Okay, I'll just take I'll just take it. I'll just take you for the word. I'll take you at your word. I'll take you at your word. Hmm. I wonder why that is. I think it's a lot of it has to do. You shouldn't though. I'm like you like I'm that is an area that is alien to me, right? Because what I'm doing is separated from them. Like I'll take you the reason why I'm taking you at your word for that is because I don't have enough information to say to affirm or deny. So I'm putting that information in the vault in my head, right? So when something comes around that is very similar to that finding, I won't be surprised because I've heard because if that happens, I would have been told. I would know that I have been told that it's something like that, right? So that's why I'm taking you at your word. And what I'm thinking is for what I'm doing, my audience that I'm trying to reach or gain, they are more interested in. I want to gain their attention for long enough that they will are willing to exchange money for the access that I have at the moment. I don't want like it would be nice to have lifelong readers, you know what I mean? But the reality is if I'm not getting new sales, it doesn't matter. If I'm not funneling, if I don't get, it's not about like getting reoccurring readers. Reoccurring readers are nice, but how can I maximize the amount of people who are willing to exchange money for what I have? So the idea of cranking out a new chapter every week is kind of stupid to me. It not kind of it's stupid to me. I'm just reading from what I read from advice forums. People asking how do I get more views and readers, and the answer they get is you don't have enough chapters. Don't you know? I don't ready. I don't read until it hits 50 plus. Yeah, I don't read until it's 50 plus. Okay. Hmm. Well, that's the audience. That's the audience of that era, right? So how I would do it, I'd probably go to a place with a different. I'd probably go somewhere else to do that, or make my own platform that doesn't have that kind of culture of waiting until someone has like like a maximum amount of like if they don't have like 50 chapters. I would make my own website and I would try to find new people. Like that would be my goal. I would leave that like an established culture that would only benefit the few. And after you hit that 50 chapters, that doesn't even guarantee that people are willing to read or give you money for your hard work. It's it's putting yourself. I know I'm using coffee terminology right now, but you're putting yourself into a dungeon when you don't really have to be, right? So all it really has to, what it comes down to is packaging. In my theory, right now is creatives they do not know how to package. Because every time a creative goes at something like this, they think about how can how can I get something out of this? How me, when the idea should be how can I how can I trick the viewer into thinking that they're going to benefit from this? I'm just speaking candidly right here, honestly. Like the fact you have to think about, like, people have to think about whatever they make. If they're good, that's a bonus. It's like they have to make something that, like, they also do review swaps, flashy AI covers, and ads. Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, that's the thing. The goal is, how do I make somebody exchange money for what I have? And the fact that what I have is good is a bonus. I don't want to, like, the fact that you want to show how good your thing is, which is subjective. People don't care what how good it is, because I am the living. I feel like the living testament of it doesn't matter how good you are, right? People can look at it and say, like, this is the most amazing thing. I am so amazed how you are open, you are candid, and how you're able to be put yourself out here and do whatever you want to do. It's so inspiring, but I'm not gonna give you any money to support this dream. So I'm like, okay, I gotta have to be a villain. I have to be a scammer at this point. I've been conditioned into thinking I the only way I can fund a lifestyle like this is finding out how do I get people to exchange, to think that they're going to benefit from buying my product. The fact that it's good is a bonus, but I just need to have to find a way to uh, 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 frame it like that. This is all in theory, though. This is theory, straight up theory, game theory. Hold on, how am I supposed to do this? This sign this thing, because AI covers, like, yeah, that's what I'm discovering. AI covers and ads, like, they're like, that kind of stuff is good on the surface level, but no one's gonna buy because they see an AI cover. No one's gonna buy when they have something shoved in their face, right? That's the common denominator that I'm understanding. Just because you the fact that you have an ad and people are clicking on your ad, that's great, but that doesn't mean that people want it, right? That just means you have something that people want to click on. Just because you have a AI cover that looks aesthetically pleasing, that doesn't mean people want it. Because if they wanted a aesthetically pleasing AI picture, they can generate one themselves, and they can plaster AI generated posters all over their walls. But that doesn't mean that they're willing to give you an email just for having it, right? You cannot sell the story. You have to sell. That's like my theory is, you cannot sell the story. You have to sell what people are going to get out of it. How are they going to benefit from it? How will the story make turn? How will that package, that PDF, will turn them, that collection of words will turn the viewer, the buyer, into an Ubermensch. I do know a guy who is a more popular writer than me, and has a dedicated fan base. He does fanfic stuff, and knows how to bait the reader. Exactly. All of it comes down to baiting. All of it comes down to it comes down to hook baiting. Not hook baiting, click baiting. You really just, you can't sell your product. You have to sell the bait. You have to bait people. That's just how the internet is right now. You have to trigger an emotion in somebody that will make them want to buy it. That's theory. That's my theory. after this stream, I'm going to act on that theory, and we'll see how that goes. And plus, if you have an audience, that helps. That helps a lot. Getting that audience to do something, that's difficult. That's a thing of its own. But having an audience is like a pretty good step. Pretty good first step. Let's see. How do I? It's kind of funny because like the sound effects should be in the forefront, but it's like no. I'm like no. I really don't care. He is thinking about working on an original. I hope he knows how to market. I hope he knows how to market that. And if his audience is so gung ho, he probably hopefully his audience is so gung ho about him as a writer, like they won't even care that it's not a fanfic thing anymore. But the worst case scenario, nobody knows who he is. Nobody's going to care about his original ideas because people only care about his iterations of established ideas. So yeah, I think this is a pretty finished double page spread. Bam. And this is like the only one that actively needs like lighting. Like the actively needs the shading and the backgrounds. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I could probably finish this tonight, really. This looks like something I can finish tonight. Save. So what's this? 2, 4, and 6. 6 pages. Yeah, I can absolutely upload 6 pages on YouTube. Let me check. Let me check this. Uh create create post, image. Yeah, up to 10. Oh yeah, I can absolutely do this. I can do that. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna make some lunch. Or get some lunch, maybe. And I'll stream in another hour working on just not working on anything. I'm just gonna play Harvestella for 3 hours. And yeah. Anyway, I'll check you later, Lamai. Peace.